that's fucked up, man. And we opened up with looking right back. It says, for as much as these people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips to honor me, but have removed all glory to Yahweh.
Like that video was so parody-like.
All glory. You hear a bunch of things. All glory to Yahweh.
Wow.
And then as soon as they finish saying that, they get nothing but lies and bullshit. Deception. Wicked. That's why the Lord will start killing us. That's what 2024 got us. A lot of Israelites sit down. I'm not talking about 2/3 of the niggas out here in Mexico. You don't know who the fuck they are. Scripture said, matter of fact, you might fucking remember the scripture. Strikes to the back of the food or something. There's a level of striking that are going to come to the 2/3 that don't know. But you niggas that know and that are still in this wicked state, hey man, the Lord is going to start fucking your whole household up, man. This is Proverbs chapter 19, verse 29. Judgments are prepared for scorners and stripes for the backs of fools. Matter of fact, you know what that says where it says that
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 45. But and if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delayed his coming, and shall begin to beat the men servants and the maidens, and to eat and drink and to be drunken, the Lord of that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for him, and at an hour when he is not aware.
Because only great millstone is really for the spirit. Great millstones, starting with the apostles and elders, are the only ones that seek it for the day of the Lord to come. Everybody else wants you to be happy-go-lucky, burger and fringe eating niggas. You know, building programs, building the community, being about the environment, going green, all this other shit that don't got nothing to do with what we got going on. Nothing to do with salvation. Nothing to do with salvation. That's all these other camps, man. And it's showing forth. All right? You all got big horny demons on you. Call it like what it is. You got rap demons on you. Chase the bag demons. You got food. Clearly, you got food demons on you. It's evident because these are the gimmicks that they use to lure people. Right? There was no gimmicks that was used to bring us into the truth. It was simply just the raw truth of the scriptures that drew us to great millstones, man. Fear. Yeah, fear. The water. Fear. But these guys, they want to be a rapper, join ISUPKL, join IUIC. You see, it's always a gimmick to draw the people in. Now, you know the bullshit with the guy with the old prophet. It's really through the spirit. You know how many people are joining his congregation because he eats pork? You know how many Jake out here are like, well, see, I didn't know he could eat pork. I'm over here now. They've been waiting for it. The scriptures say having itching ears. That's an itching ear. You coming out of, you hear this, you've been a nigga all your life in a black church, right? Or any church for that matter. And you've been eating pork, and now we all been there. Like, pepperoni, you can't have pepperoni pizza no more when you're coming out of the world, and then you learn, oh, this it's turkey pepperoni, it's beef pepperoni, it's lamb pepperoni. Right.
I thought he was going to say beef.
Yeah, I did too. Man, when he went around that corner, I was like, it just got worse and worse. Right. It just got worse. When he got past the fucking horn, when he got past the stuffing, it was downhill. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. You knew you could feel it like this thing about to go in. Right? Finish that off.
And will cut him in sunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers. Verse 47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
That's all these other kids, man. They've been presented the will of Yahweh Shemi Awashad, and they scoffed at it. They bucked up to it. The scriptures say that rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. They're a bunch of witches and warlocks of Israel. And what we're really understanding is that how Jake is today is the reason why we're in this predicament that we're in. See, it was a time when Jake was, they didn't know that there was a time before Judah was called African Americans or Benjamites were called West Indians. There was a time when you was just a wicked ass Judite. Or you was just a wicked ass Gadite. You knew the Hebrew. You had the border of French. It was a time on the planet Earth where Jake, before we ended up in our captivity, Jake had the fringes and head wraps and had the whole look and was demons.
Oh yeah.
So it's not really a surprise to see in Israel at this point where it's like,
Like in the middle?
niggas is, they're Israelite fucking demons. Big demons.
This man on the video said, he said, I know y'all know that I might have pork demons on me. What was some pork demons?
Oh my God.
In First Kings, I think it's like the 22nd chapter. All right, the Lord had it set up to where the Lord had to send King Ahab to go to war. So how much more today deceiving a man to be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna put the spirit in this man to believe that pork is okay. That's how much the fear of the Lord is, man.
But part of that too is, that's what we always tell people too. Read for yourself. Go into the Levitical law. What? Google what dietary laws, Bible, and see what pops up.
That's why
You just going for a video for a nigga like Captain said. You're just going for a video for somebody who gives you what you want to hear. Because at the end of the day, you want justification for your wickedness. Right? I'm gonna get this last verse. One more, I just finish it off. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. You know, the ones that didn't know that they was Israelites, you know, just being wicked niggas in the world, man. They're gonna be beaten with fewer stripes than the ones that actually knew that they was Israelites, man, the ones of the circumcision.
Okay.
Continuing on. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. Yeah, man, so I'm glad for the pressure. That come with the territory, man. But we'll get this last verse. I'm gonna step down. Yeah, this is Psalms chapter 27, verse 11. This go counter to what what brother is speaking upon as far as justification for sins of wickedness, man. The scriptures through and through speak against that. All right. This is Psalms chapter 27, verse 11. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path. Read a little slower. Okay. This is Psalm chapter 27, verse 11. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path. Plain path. You get to a certain point. Correct me if I'm wrong. You get to a certain point, if you get a certain understanding, you don't gotta look, hear it high and low to find something. Oh, I can't eat pork. That ain't plain. Here it is, been waiting for 3-4 years for somebody to come across and say something that, oh, you can do this, you can do that. That ain't a plain way.
Right.
You've been searching high and low for somebody to say that you can do something that you know you shouldn't be doing in the first goddamn place.
Right.
Continuing on. The say, teach me thy ways, O Lord. So even with that, that's a quick cut. Certain shit like that. All right. Now, as far as eating swine or doing whatever manner of abomination, the manner of sin. We are mentioning Isaiah 34th chapter, teaching from the book of the Lord. At the end of the day, you gotta do your own due diligence and go to what the scriptures say on how to deal with that matter, man. I had even did a video just on T.I. and King Harris, and how really that little nigga supposed to be stoned, man. Yeah. But in the midst of it, how would you know how to deal with a little mystery like that? You gotta go to the scriptures, man.
Not on your own, lean not on your own understanding.
Yep. Finishing off. Because of my enemies, verse 12, deliver me not over unto the will of my enemies. See, this is the spirit that we in, man. Yeah. All right? Read that again, Brother Sean. God, this is Psalms chapter 27, verse 12. Deliver me not over unto the will of my enemies. See, our enemies, they want us to be in the midst of all type of debaucherous acts. Look at fucking Diddy right now, man. Diddy being a fucking gajillionaire, but now it's coming out, and which is already, some of it's already been known. This nigga is a big boy demon. A whoremonger.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? A mo.
Freak is
extorter, a thief.
And a God's King version of the elite.
Right.
Well, he's
he has a divine curse. So they even speak about bad boy. It's an actual curse, man. Any guys that be around it, that's the power of dark spirits. You be around him, next thing you know, your fate is sealed. Might get into a car accident, fall sick, and he just looking at you like, that's right, hey, you can jump on you by associating with that man. Working with him. Think about anybody that was associating with him and where are they today? They finished.
He's talking to them, but they come to the phone.
Finishing it off, for false witnesses are arisen up against me.
See, hey, even with that, see, false witnesses have risen up against us. Of course, including the elites, but even being believers and defenders of the gospel, man. You got false witnesses who are saying you can do all types of shit that we know you can't do.
Right.
That we know will lead our people to destruction, man.
Right.
But at the end of the day, all we can do is speak out against it and justify it by way of the scriptures. Right. And if you choose to be so simple, or you're given over to that spirit, out of our control, man, you've been warned. The blood's off our hands, as we always say. Yep.
And such as breathed out cruelty.
And cruelty, man. And ultimately, man, following those wicked ways, those wicked paths, and not trusting Yahweh Shine His way, when we already brought out scriptures on how our Lord is soon to return as a thief in the night. You know, all this stuff is a mirage. It ain't real. It's all temporal. It's all fleshly and corrupted. At the end of the day, we're showing the way, man. You know, beginning with our apostles and elders and their teachers and their leaders, we're showing you the way, man.
Right.
You know?
And the scriptures say, you shall hear a word behind you saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. You know, like what the brother's saying, this is the way. You know, we're the messengers and we're telling the world that this is the way, but we're really telling the elect, really.
Yeah.
But really we ain't, man, we didn't cut everybody else out the equation. You know? We only here for the elect. You know? This is the way, walk ye in it. I know what we got it, bro.
Yeah. And really, you know, that was the last thing I want to touch my step down. So, the Lord will be edified. That's what's the burn.
Exodus 23, verse 1. Says, thou shalt not raise a false report, put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest judgment. Like you were saying, a lot of Jakes is gonna follow these niggas and think he's a war guy. That's an evil thing, man. Deceiving our people to do an evil, wicked act, man. In the name of you being a fucking asshole, really. Following your own will.
Yeah, a novice. Because who is this guy? Who is this guy? Just because you got, matter of fact, go to Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 4. The aged man with the grays. Because see, a lot of Jake be having them gray hair demons on. You think because you got grays in your beard or grays in your head that you a wise man. No, you just got grays, nigga. Women get grays.
Yeah.
Shit, dogs get grays. The fuck? But they be having that demon on them like, you something because you got grays. No, man. You just a young, old nigga in the spirit, man. All right? Matter of fact, get that in Wisdom of Solomon. No, it's like 4. Wisdom of Solomon 4. Age is not an honorable age.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 4, verse 8. For honorable age is not that which standeth in length of time.
Yeah, see, that's what this all is about. The scriptures say that out of the mouths of babes, man. All right, where you a lot of men, and now they have men that do come in at of a certain season, age, but through the spirit, a lot of men come in very young. But so you can't really lean on this space of like, I'm a 55-year-old man. Well, if you just woke up to this truth this year, you really a 1-year-old, 6 months, 1-year-old in the spirit.
Right.
So act accordingly.
Right.
That's what Yahweh Shah was explaining to Nicodemus.
Yes.
So he was ruling on the Jews. He spoke about being reborn, like even a clip like that. Back then, that didn't even register to after he actually explained it for him.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought he had to climb up back up in the vagina and shit. Put a foot in. So if I look at him like, what the hell is wrong with you? No, man.
Supposed to go to level.
Yeah, no, he said you a doctor of the law, and you don't know these things. You know, because he was acting simple.
Yeah, so that you can't lean on braids, man, or your beard or any of that. Okay,
Right.
Finish that off. But like you said, if you got your braids and you get it, you know, it start to come in. That's a different thing. But just be you know. But that dude, he's had that big, mighty, that belly in them braids, that bravado, like I'm an aged man. No, you're not, man. All right, if you stumbling over Leviticus the 11th chapter, bro, you are a super novice. All right, keep going.
It says, for honorable age is not that which standeth in length of time, nor that is measured by number of years.
Yeah, see? So you got there's men that are, might be 23, 24, 25, then that are on a higher level, okay? You just gotta go with the flow. Wherever the Lord decided to bring you at into the walk, just be happy there. That's why the scriptures say, despise not thy youth. Just accept that you're young and build and get a good foundation and go. All right, a lot of people want to put themselves in the stead of an elder or the stead of a high dignitary. And you can't deal with high dignitary afflictions and demons and all the things that come along with being in a position. All right, you gotta grow with it. All right, finish that off, and we're gonna go to that Titus.
It says, verse 9, but wisdom is the gray hair unto men, and an unspotted life is old age.
Yeah, see, wisdom. There is wisdom. Grays do signify a level of age and wisdom.
Right.
All right. But what does this society do with our men? Our men get a little bit of salt in their beard, and they go to get the Beijing and the hair dye and shit. Here it is, you an 80-year-old man hiding your fucking grades.
Right.
What is wrong with you? Pretty in itself.
Right.
Still 5 years old.
Right.
You done did 25 3 times.
Yes. They do it with the hairline and all.
Yeah, you already know. Let it go. Let it be. You got something wrong?
Hebrews 5 and 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers. Now you would expect an older man with grace to be able to teach the young men something.
Yep.
Right? You ought to be a teacher.
Yep.
You ought to be someone of wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay? But when it comes down to this truth and the ministry and what this faith is about, really, no matter what age you come in, you got to start all over again.
That's right. That's
So
right.
it says, but when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High.
Yeah, you got to humble down as a child.
Now, first principle, that goes back to what? The elements, elementary. So now you got to start back elementary learning all over again.
Yep.
Okay?
Matter of fact, somebody get Galatians 4.
It says,
That took a lot of ability to be an older man. You see guys that might be like 19, 20, been doing this for like a number of years. And you got to be spiritual to humble yourself. I got something, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
You might have a Jake that come into this straight out of high school, be 17, 18, like you said, like Barzal. Brothers in the camp like that.
Yeah.
They might be only 28, 29, but they done did 10 plus years already.
Right.
So they 28, 29, got 10 years under their belt.
Yep.
And you might be 45, 50, and you only got a couple months in, you got to humble down.
That's right.
And that might be your test in the spirit
Right.
of the Lord to see, will you humble down to somebody that you
Right.
consider, that's man, I got a son your age. And we done been there. Old niggas in the camp don't wanna listen.
Yep.
They think, like I said, because man, I got a son older than you. Well, your son ain't smarter than me, nigga.
Right.
That's real, man.
Just to land back
That's
on the brother,
real, bro.
it don't matter. It's not about who's the smartest.
I mean,
Right.
Yeah, but I'm laying back. It's not about who's the fucking smartest. Of course, you better be older than me and know more shit in the world than me. But you're not older than us in the truth.
Right.
You know, you ain't know this. No, it's a different thing. No disrespect. You know, but this, some of us been in this thing since we was teenagers, man.
Yep.
The Lord didn't wake us up in our 30s.
Right.
And 40s. He woke us up early. Late teens, early 20s. So, we was all lost.
Yep.
Ain't like you knew something. We was all lost as a people.
Right.
You might have known certain worldly knowledge before us. That's fine. You know, don't use it as leverage. Just like we don't use the scriptures as leverage over nobody.
Right.
We use it to enlighten.
Right.
So if you're gonna do anything, use the knowledge that you acquired to enlighten people.
Right.
But see what you know what the problem with the older generation? And we get on the older generation too. And the reason why is because the older generation, you trying to play catch up for the failure that you done committed to the people. So now you get to a certain age and you feel like you done failed niggas, teaching niggas how to crip, how to be Latin kings, how to be brown side locos for fucking 30 years, 38 years, and then you want to pass out turkey and want niggas to listen to you. Grabbing the youth by their fucking shoulders, trying to breathe life into them. That nigga ain't listening. Hey, young blood, man, I've been at a road before, man. That nigga ain't listening to you.
Right.
Okay? This truth is about finding out Yahweh Bashim Shah when he wakes you up, and then expressing that to those that want to hear of Yahweh Bashim Shah.
That's right.
You don't pride yourself over your fucking age, man.
That's right.
Let's play it out and old, man.
That's right.
It's gonna be a 7-year-old little boy that's gonna get on the chariot before an 80-year-old man.
Right.
So what the fuck does this age have to do? If that little 7-year-old boy was more humble and took more of a liking to Yahweh Bashim Shah than the 75-year-old cat, man.
That's right. That's right.
He can't tell that little 7-year-old boy nothing.
That's right.
I'm gonna give it right back to you. If I seen an old fool talking to my son, he's 7 to 8 years old, I'd be like, hey, come over here, come over here. Get the fuck away from that nigga. I don't care how old he is.
Right.
You come over here and you listen to this 17 or 16-year-old man of the Lord. Right?
Yeah. Come on, man. At the end of the day, it's about faith. You know, you got it.
That's it, man. Hey, finish it off. We'll work our way around these precepts.
It says, for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat.
And like the bishop said, man, a lot of that's gonna be the death of a lot of older men of our nation, man.
Yep.
A lot of older men that you see on this sign, you old Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The reason why you're gonna die is because you can't receive anything from a younger man. That's your stumbling block. I'm 45, I'm 55, I'm 65, I'm 75. I ain't gotta listen to him. I was man back in my day. Man, outdated as a motherfucker, man. All right? When you was our age, you was still neck deep into Christianity. Still was in that bitch. 85. Shut up, man.
Right.
Humble down through the spirit. Or don't. Remember what age, how old was the Jake that went into the land of Israel after Egypt? It was young Jake that went into the land. It was the young generation. They got left in the wilderness because they couldn't. Hey, the scriptures say you can't put new wine in old bottles.
Yeah.
All right.
They
Let's finish with that was.
Just one more verse. It says, for everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe.
Hey, and there's nothing wrong with being a babe.
Right.
All right. What the elders in Chicago, I got this from. They say milk ain't nothing but chopped up. It's like a broken down form of meat. That's all it is. It's just basis form, like whey protein.
So
It's
you
still
can consume
protein,
it.
but it's in a micronized way.
Right.
That's the word.
It got everything you need in it.
It's a drinkable, quick way. All right.
Yep.
But see, a lot of people, they don't want to go. They don't want to start with the milk. They don't want to start with the bottle.
Right.
You know what I mean? With the nipple on it. Figure out your hands and all that shit like a baby would.
Yeah.
Niggas want to come straight out the womb of understanding and go straight to tough steak. Hard beef jerky.
Right. Then,
With no
you
teeth.
put that steak in front of a nigga, he don't even know how to cut it. He over there picking it up with the fork, biting it.
Right.
You know, cutting it all misconstrued. The fork in the wrong, the fork in the wrong hand, the knife in the other. It's like, nigga, why don't you just get some chicken?
Right.
Chicken sandwich. You know?
Choking on it. Don't know how to chew it up all the way.
Right. Right.
Right.
Chicken nuggets.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Trying to impress. A lot of people order steak to impress other people.
Right.
Just like they try to get into the steak of the scriptures to impress others.
That's right.
It ain't even about that, man.
Damn.
Nope.
I was gonna say also, you know, because even the scriptures speak about bitter herbs, you know, because now, because you got, of course, the meat, the heavy breakdowns, which comes with the bitterness and certain things like that. So all the elements got to be tied into it. You know, you got these certain jakes, they just want to go straight for the meat.
Yeah.
You know,
Overnight elders.
It's so much that's compounded with certain breakdowns. That's why the Bible precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, and that's the milk. You go to the basics to get the bigger picture. You know, like in Revelation the 13th chapter, you can go back to the basics to get that breakdown, man. Go back to the Latin. A lot of guys don't even do that. You don't go back to the basics of words. You know, you don't go back to the basics of the interpretations. You know, the understandings that certain men, prophets build on top of others. That's why when you jump into certain precepts, you guys don't get it, man.
Drowning in
You
the
drown
waters.
it. And then you start winging it.
And they're mad when you get corrected. Showing your age. Showing you a fucking child in the spirit.
Yep.
Stay in a child's place, man.
All right? Just go sit at the child's table. It's okay. Sometimes it was, all of us at one point had to go sit at the children's table and eat chicken nuggets and carrots. While the apostles and elders are over there with a steak dinner. You be like, damn. And you be like, man, one day. Same thing with a drink. Scriptures speak about strong drink.
Yep.
Some men in the spirit, you can't deal with strong drink. Yeah,
Right.
Drink wine, water, a little bit of beer.
Water for that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Little honey mead. Okay. You got something? We're gonna work our way around.
This is book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 42. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. And when they had fulfilled the days, as they returned, the child Yahushua tarried behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it. Basically what it is going up there. Skip down to the point. Verse 46. And it came to pass that after 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions.
Yeah, because see, when Yahushua was battling those the high priests and scribes and Pharisees and all those different individuals, when you go into the law, there was a certain, you couldn't become a priest until you were what, 25? Or what was it? It was an age. Is it 25 was the beginning of? And you could only.
20 when you're able to go to war.
It's 20 when you go to war, and I believe 25 was with the age of when a Levite could start serving.
Wow.
So
At
then
50,
like
yeah.
It's like a 25-year
Mhm.
service. So you had men. So I'm saying all that to say, Yahushua at 12 was dealing with men that were. They could have been 30, 40, damn near 50.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Could have been
Yep.
even older.
Yep.
Right? You had different men that were, because you had, even though you like the
2-3
apostles
times
went into
age.
this, even when you reach the age of, like it wasn't like you retire, you go fishing.
Nah.
You would still be like an elder councilman.
Yeah.
Right. So you still, even if the high priest was 45, 50 almost years old, he probably was men over there that were
Yeah. Still in the ministry.
still in the ministry, in
Yeah.
the midst of it.
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
sitting up to show
Yep.
and men in the back ceremonies, let the young man, would you teach him how to do it? Like the brothers, like this was the altar.
Yeah.
You had the older men would show the younger men how to do it.
Right. Now imagine if a 12-year-old came out here right now amongst us
And knew it.
and that's
That's a very humbling.
Yeah.
That's a hard pill to swallow, because
Yeah.
there's a spirit in you that's like, it's natural as a man with testosterone and balls and all of that going on. Like, man, you gotta stay in a child's place. But in
Yeah.
the spirit of it, the Lord might try us like that, man.
Right.
There could be some real heavy duty in the spirit. 10, 11, 12-year-olds right now on the planet Earth. And the
Yeah.
Lord, man, I gotta go ahead and raise y'all up, man.
If he right, he right.
If he right, he right.
Yeah.
I mean, you a young man.
Yeah.
Man. Go home and
Yeah.
the whole time. That's a prophet.
Yeah.
Precept.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Okay, this is Mark 1 and 22. And they were astonished at his doctrine, for he taught as one that had authority, and not as the scribes. Talking about Yahushua.
You got it, brother. You can break it
Yeah,
down, brother.
well, Yahushua had authority. You know, even at a young age, I believe when he was 12,
Yeah.
he went you know, he left his parents behind,
Mhm.
or you know, I guess his parents left him behind, and then you know they basically went to look for him, and then when they came back, he basically was like, you know, did you not know I'm about my father's business?
Yeah,
Right.
that's like the first words that you get of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
It's like, do you not know, woman, and I got about my father's business?
Business? Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That in itself,
Yep.
his parents had to accept the fact of like.
But he knew how to respect him too at the same time.
But you
Yeah.
know what? Even so, the scriptures speak about, you know, that authority, man. Yahweh Shai came with a job at hand.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody's got a job here. But it's all in order. All right?
Right.
I'm gonna say that word authority, the root word is author. You know, he's also known as the author and finisher of the work.
Yeah, come
You
on.
know, and when he was confounding the priests, and the Sadducees and the Pharisees, he was going back to the basics, man.
Yep.
A lot of them was misconstruing certain things,
Yeah.
going into the basics of the Levitical law, and they didn't understand the heaviness and the gravity of just Yahweh Shai being she was.
That's it, man.
They didn't want to accept that. That was the only begotten son.
Oh, you good.
That's why even when he was talking to one of the priests, he said, before Abraham was, I am.
They were confounded.
That
They
the
jacked their head
whole
up.
spirit of all that. Like, oh, he's saying, and then the main thing was what they tried to put him up on charges was the temple. The temple. He said, I'll just in 3 days. He was really talking about in the spirit, but they pretty much was trying to catch him on terrorist charges. So to
Yeah.
speak. Are you saying gonna destroy the temple? Catch him up on his words, and because the temple, of course, is that's the holy place.
Yeah.
You know, so if they could accuse him of you know, propagating, so to speak, such acts, then that could lead to his crucifixion, which, you know, at the end of the day it did.
Yes.
But in the spirit, he was speaking about all those things in the spirit, which they just couldn't accept.
Yeah, it was all spiritual.
It was all spiritual.
They were all in the flesh. They were carnal. You know, they were very much so in the carnal, which a lot of these camps out here, they show themselves instead of being, they're led in the flesh. Right? They're not spiritual.
Yeah. So real quick, it's Second Corinthians 10:7. Do you look on things after the outward appearance? If any man trusts in himself that he is Yahweh Shai, let him of himself think this again, that as he is Yahweh Shai, even so are we Yahweh Shai. So going to the outward appearance, you see like somebody at a young age, you know, physically they look like, yeah, I'm too young. But on the spiritual level, it's like, hey, there's something here. I gotta look past that. Like you said, Lord will test you in a certain way. Just like us, like people look at us, like, hey, you guys are young, you know, our physical appearance, but you know, brothers and men of the Lord. It's just like, you know, it's the same thing.
We can speak on certain. You were seasoned, brother.
Right.
Okay, how about that? You were very well seasoned in the spirit. Okay, but according, like you said, in men, you know, what is he? 30.
Right.
If. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. He'll take you into some waters. take you out to some shallow waters and leave you there. All right. Because like you said, it's all about being spiritual. See, that's another thing. What does this American society do? The president. How old you got to be the president of the United States?
I think 34, 36. Mid-30s.
Mid-30s, but even still,
Right.
the youngest president was
JFK.
and then like Obama was kind of like in his early 40s, I want to say, when he got elected. But overall, most of these presidents, these people feel comfortable with them. They want their president to be 55, 60. They trust the wisdom. Like imagine if like the president of the United States, this was a Twilight, they did a Twilight Zone episode about it. Imagine if the president was 16 years old. Like the whole country would be like, oh hell no. What the hell does he know? He can't lead me. When he's 16, I was 16 40 years ago. Blah 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 blah. That's that he as the father the devil, man. A lot of y'all got Edomite. But that's why we're here. Going back to the time of Samuel and about wanting a king, and you wanted a king like the other nations, you wanted to be ruled like the other nations. This is how they think.
But the difference between us and the spirit in today's time is because back then you would be anointed. Samuel was anointed by the Lord to actually set that.
That's right.
King David was anointed by the Lord to be set that stage.
That's right.
In today's time, you got to go through the curriculum. Man.
They want to see the credentials that add up to make you who you are. Right? Like a president, you gotta already had pretty much had the background.
Your resume got to be nasty.
Your resume gotta build up to that.
Y'all was 30.
Right.
So,
Right.
That was still probably too low, too young for a lot of men of Israel.
Maybe a longer back then, right?
oh, Alexander was 20 years old when he ruled over Greece.
Yeah.
But the Spirit anointed him at 12. Alexander the Greek.
We was talking about was Aristotle. So he was reared up. Well, see, back then, the ancient kings, even certain priests were reared up from a young age.
Yeah.
Groomed to be a certain, at a certain level, when they got to a certain age. Nowadays, like a 20-year-old Alexander and a 20-year-old white boy that go to Georgia State or whatever college is not the same level of educational understanding.
Right. Absolutely not.
It was,
Can I?
I was gonna say back then too. It was more concentrated, man. They was up there. In the higher courts, they dictate the main thing your spirit needs is quoting different things.
Yeah.
All that other shit they just private tutors. They cut to the point what you need to be groomed to be set in this position.
Yeah, because see, I was going to say, throw that out there. That's why people get jacked up at the stumbling block of the flower of a woman's age, and the scriptures dealing with that. Because see, we'll tell you this is how it was in the ancient world. Men and women would be ready for marriage at a younger age, at 12, 13, 14. Because like you said, you can't compare a 12-year-old. Man, a 12-year-old in 2023, 2024 is basically a step away from retardation. Just keeping it 100. Let alone thousands a 12-year-old thousands of years ago. Man, you could go watch 300. Go watch 300. They trained up those men at such a young age where they could just throw them in the middle of nowhere with
T levels on 1,000.
God, just a steak in an apron, and this nigga surviving.
12 years old already got like 5 bodies.
Got bodies, not a virgin.
We had a young king in the scripture.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. We just matter of fact, tell him to read it for the age thing. 7 years old.
Yeah, who was the king Josiah, right?
Yep. He was 7. Joash.
Yeah, in the Hebrew, I think it's what, Yahashua?
7. All right. Because see, even on that level, a 7, 8-year-old, it's supposed to be on a level because you're only 3, 4 years away from being part of what the scholars call the age of accountability.
Hey, if I can say too, they say that back in the day, the average 8th grader was equivalent to a master in college master.
See?
America dumped down the citizens, man.
And you even think about
Even though these kings were young, they still had older advisors.
Yeah, the
mothers like the count with Athaliah, woman. She was, even though she was the mother and the son was the actual king, she was still she was still older.
Right.
And with the advisors, still older. But because he was the heir, he sat in that seat as the rightful king.
Hey, matter of fact,
He didn't really,
let me get a scripture on that. Get that in Daniel. Because see, really Esau brought all this confusion, like you said, into this world, but the Lord prophesied that Esau was going to bring this level of confusion into the world. All right, you go ahead.
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 7. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast.
Yeah, which we're in the fourth beast, which is the Roman Empire. Okay, go ahead.
Dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly.
Yep.
And it had great iron teeth.
Yep, keep going.
It devoured and brake in pieces. And it stamped the residue with the feet of it.
Yep.
And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns.
Yeah, that verse of all from the other beasts, because like the priest was just going into the first, second, and third beast, they all ran off of a monarchy system. All right. It was based off of, like you said, a king was born, and then the king had a son, and then that son was raised up to be the heir to the throne. He didn't have a choice, okay? But then Esau comes along. When you watch these different Roman things, even with Greek mythology or Roman mythology and all that, Esau's always wanting to run from his position.
Yeah.
Like here it is, he's supposed to be the next king, but he want to go play the fucking harp and smash holes and all the smash ribs all day.
I think one of the key emperors of Rome, Mark Antony, if I'm not mistaken.
That might be one talking
He
about.
was I'm talking about, man, this dude was just a sexist, man.
Yeah, that's
his dad. I can't remember who his dad was, but all he was doing was hitting harlots in the bed chamber, man.
Yeah.
And they was like, yo, man, all you want to do? His mom was telling him, like, look, man, all you want to do is just sleep with hoes and fuck around, man. You the emperor.
Write poetry.
Yeah, you know, you gotta, cause Rome, but see, that's what really made Rome fickle.
Yes.
Like what brothers are bringing out, the diversity of the fourth beast. Hey, it was too many people that had power in Rome. That's why they were able to uproot a lot of those emperors, man. When you go back to the time of the monarchs, like what the elders talking about, where you had the king of Babylon, which was Nebuchadnezzar. You know, those were long rulerships, man. Then you had then after that you had what? After Babylon you had what? You had the Persian Empire, but you had King Cyrus, Darius, Cambyses. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You said pick it up. Yeah. Yeah, you had all of that going on. Then when you go over to the Greek Empire, you had the Diadochi, the Seleucid Empire, you had the Ptolemaic Empire. Hey, even you had Lysimachus and Cassander. Those are generals, and they were running it with an iron fist. You had Alexander the Great, Ptolemy, Seleucus. Okay, you had Antiochus Philopator. You had Soter. You had all kind of different kings that came up under those monarchies, and they kept the iron fist. But here you go to Rome. All these goddamn Caesars. Caesars all over the place. Caesar at a point in time started to look like a goddamn six.
I would have had a year to 3 emperors.
Yeah.
I think what 3 years, 2 years, 6 months.
6 months. Galba, or Galba, or was it Ortho? It was one of them. Poor Ortho. This nigga ain't even get a chance. That's why I said that at one point in time, it started to look like the emperors was just a fucking Roman citizen. You know?
That's that diversity that came with Esau's rulership. The Lord had him to bring about another energy into the planet Earth that wasn't the norm. Like this feminist energy is all new. Just like this voting system is new. All right? And it brought about a bunch of confusion as we're speaking on. Okay? Because it was simple.
Right.
If your father was a king and the rulership was still continuing, his son would be the king.
Right.
Okay? No questions about it. See, in this world, man, like I said, you got a person like Floyd Mayweather. Here it is, his father, his uncle, right? All of his family been in the boxing game. Imagine having a son and his son being like, you know what, really? I really just want to be a pianist. No, nigga, you get that out of your head. You want to be a fucking what? He gonna get punched and told to get in the ring.
Yeah, you had to back in the day, you had to come with considerable deliberation on telling your father what your career path was. Yeah. You know?
That's real.
Let alone nowadays, these kids comfortable with coming out the closet. Bro, years ago you had to sit with complete deliberation on telling your father you wanted to be a musician. Like, ain't nobody no goddamn musician in my goddamn house. Right. So you see how strict it was in grooming and structuring the youth. Now it's just like with Esau being in power, it's just like, all right, little nigga, you grow up and you
do what thou wilt.
You can't. How you gonna let children make a decision on what they're gonna do in the future? Because they dreaming. Nigga, that ain't no dream. I say this real quick. I know. I remember my I was washing the car with my sons. It was probably about 7 or 8. And I asked one of my sons. I said, "Hey man, what you want to be when you grow up?" He talking about he wanted to drive. He wanted to be a BMX professional motorcyclist. I said, man, get the fuck out of my face. I said, bro, who's your favorite motorcycle? When do you watch motorcycles? What do you want? What's making you want to be this? He couldn't answer the question, so I said, you're not gonna be a fucking motorcycle. But these kids are, okay, yeah, baby. And then when they get older, they be fucking lost in the sauce, man. See, that's why the Lord is establishing the government of the 144,000. That's right.
Yep.
You know, because if you come out here talking that nonsense to us, we're gonna be like, man, look, man, drop that career path, man. Serve the Lord. You'll be better off serving Yahweh by Shema Shai. Because guess what? You an Israelite. It's already programmed in you, man. You looking to be what America is providing to you.
Yeah, man.
This shit is all false realities, man.
That's why you need parents. You need parents in the truth. You need parents in the physical.
Yeah.
But they know the way that you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
They know how to guide you.
Hey, we even tell each other like, yo, bro, I was thinking about doing this. You like, yeah, bro, that shit ain't gonna work in the truth, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, nah, bro, don't even, that shit ain't even gonna work, bro. So I wouldn't even, we ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, you should do it. Yeah, come on.
If you can believe it, you can achieve it.
Right, we're gonna give you a straightforward reality. Yeah, bro. I mean, it might work, you know, if you wasn't in the truth. But yeah, that ain't gonna work for you in the truth, bro. And then you be like, yeah, I think it'll work. All right, come, bro. Then you gonna go try it. It ain't gonna work. Then you gonna be like, yeah, man, I'm catching hell. No, you ain't catching hell. You just didn't listen. You know, so that's why you need a structured government, which is the 144,000. Okay, to set this thing up the right way, man. You got it.
Yeah. You look at people's last names, and it was already given to them. Farmer, long line of farmers. Smith, long line of Smiths. It's already in your name, like like we're Yasharallah.
It made life simpler. But that's what we're, like you said, like the bishop was going into. That's really what the elect is establishing. The elect is coming back to establish those paths. Scriptures say some are physicians, some are helps, some are teachers. That's really you coming back, falling into your lot.
You already laid down the foundation.
You always do spiritual walk there. But like Tazma was saying, this society is like it's free for all, man. Magic Johnson, right?
Oh, wow.
That's a waste of time.
This nigga, man, his son was the average 25 points and 13 rebounds.
Yeah, he's supposed to be one of the greatest NBA players ever.
Colossal nigga, man.
That's like the biggest.
Dude is 6'9". He's like 6'9".
That's a good example, man.
Leading the league in rebounding right now, but this nigga, but that's Esau. He weighed. Well, at least one of his sons hoop, but then the other nigga is totally just.
They both playing when you let this shit go.
Was that at all right.
Well, yeah.
You know, when the scriptures say he that teacheth his son, he that teacheth his son,
The enemy, grieveth the enemy.
grieveth the enemy. Because see, when you lay a foundation for your son, you put him in a place. Hey, a good movie of what's my man
From the first
Boys in the Hood. What was Trey? Furious and Trey. Man, Furious wasn't playing with Trey.
Right.
Furious had them.
Yeah, the mall.
He had them stress balls, and he sit his ass down, and he talked to him, and what happened? Trey lived. Trey went to college.
And everybody else at the end of the movie, all his friends disappeared. You know, they just faded out.
They just faded.
Doughboy. He just slowly decreased. All his friends disappeared except for him.
Yeah, him and Brandon.
Yeah, they got the hell out of there because they actually came from a solid family. See, what Esau has taught us as Israelites, matter of fact, when you go to Matthew, a man's foe shall be of his household. You get that Baba Kasha. Because see, what Esau did is he made us look at family. We don't see value in family. Now granted, we actually understand the importance of family, but we understand that that's part of the sacrifice as well. So we got to cut it off, and this is our family, our better families here. But in the spirit of it, we definitely understand how important and valuable a solid family structure is. Esau taught our people there's no value in family. That's why when niggas talk about, listen, we in the time of the year now where what? Everybody gonna start talking about, I'm cutting niggas off 2024. Right. Who you think people are cutting off? They cutting off family members. I'm tired of my mom, I'm tired of my mom, I'm tired of my daddy, my sister. brothers. I'm tired of my cousins. That's what that really,
Burning bridges.
they be really
Burning
talking about their family first.
Wow.
Because niggas don't really got no friends out here.
Nah, they don't.
All right? But that's a curse, man. You know how much better all of our lives would be if we all had our grandmother. We had a solid grandmother, a solid grandfather. Matter of fact, we had solid grandmothers and grandfathers.
Yeah.
And honestly, make the family live local. You'll see a grandmother and a grandfather. Everybody kind of pretty much, the whole family, everybody pretty much be in line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Then you add into that, in our culture as men, you got multiple wives. So then that means you got multiple father-in-laws. Think about it. You might imagine if you had 10 father-in-laws. That's counsel. That's just all. That's just you. You just everywhere you go. You just getting a wise saying everywhere. Hey, listen, I'm tired of wisdom.
That's exactly.
Yes.
Like some who have all those fathers.
That's what we're
Esau
doing.
broke up that
He broke all that up. All right.
That's why that law says that thou shalt talk with, it's going to be paraphrased. It says that thou shalt teach, thou shalt talk.
Oh, I love that scripture. Get that. That's Deuteronomy 6. Read what you got. I love that precept.
This is Ecclesiastes 30, and I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, he that chastening, verse 3, he that teaches his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice in him. Verse 4.
Yeah, because see, it's not I don't have a son, but but if you got a son or you're a father and you have a son and you see him, you know, he's sprouting up and he's becoming basically a mirroring of you, and you see that he's taking a hold of your sayings and your wisdom. That's something you brag to your fellow friends. But my son, I got a good son, man. Hey, you know, your other men see, man, hey, man, you got a good son, man. Hey, your son is beautiful. That energy is what we need.
Hey, but you know, we live in a world where you'll be around somebody for goddamn 5-6 years, and they be like, yeah, man, my son. Like, bro, you had a son? Niggas be ashamed of their goddamn son.
That's real.
Like, damn, bro, I've been
That's
around
real.
you this long. I didn't even know you had a fucking son. Yeah, man, my son, man. Yeah, man, because you be so disappointed in his outcome. But see, hey, I don't care how nobody feel, man. I talk good about my sons because they doing good.
That's right, brother.
You know? And them my sons. You know, you put the energy in them, you raise them up, you cultivate them, and you sculpt them under the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai. You got every right to look at your fruit and be like, damn, man, you grew out good. That's just like if you work on a house or something. You put all that work, laboring and toiling and buying all the supplies and, you know, endless nights of work, and then when they get to a certain age, hey man, I'm gonna put my name on that building. Yeah, this is my work. The Lord wants you to do that. You don't think, what you think Yahweh Shai gonna do, or Yahweh gonna do when he sent his son Yahweh Shai back to grab the elect? He gonna brag on us to the other nations.
Scripture say that the elect is the jewels of the Lord.
Yep.
That's how.
Lamb back. He's gonna brag on brothers. Hey, he gonna give brothers a crown of life, set you up over the other nations, give you a name of renown and prestigious. So you're supposed to be doing that now with your sons, man. But you'll notice, you know, with certain jakes, they get to talking good about their sons. Other people be all envious and jealous. You know, having inward hatred, you know, behind you doing a good job, when you're supposed to be fucking happy that a Jake is raising a good and putting a good person in this goddamn society. With all these fucked up people out here, man. Every time I see a fucked up little nigga, my first thought is like, man, what the fuck is this nigga daddy, man? You know? Every time I see a fucked up little nigga, man. Hey, bro, the first thing I think about, I wonder what his dad looked like. You know? I wonder what this nigga present. So whenever I see a good child or somebody that's doing good, you know, and I see the parent, I always, hey man, you got a good child, man. Hey, you should take pride in what you're raising. You're doing a good job. If I see somebody with a good daughter, a nice daughter, she's a sweetheart, humble. Hey man, your daughter, she's a sweetheart, man. You know, she's raising her good. You're supposed to do that to your people, man. What do you think Esau do? You know,
They have alumni, and they get together and they brag about their sons and daughters. And
right. See, our people got to get that fucking jealous spirit, envious spirit out of them. You're supposed to want to see your whole nation as a people prosper. Right. So if I hear a brother's child doing something and making a positive impact, you have my full fucking support. You're not eating pork like these niggas. You got them, you grooming them up. They know the name of the Lord. They know the prayers. You know, they saluting brothers. Or, you know, they just carrying themselves in the right spirit. You supposed to be 100% in support with that brother, man. Because that's a rare thing, man.
Yeah, right. That's real.
And that was the downfall. What was one of the first things these fucking devils did to us to destroy us as a people? They attacked the family.
Right.
Our culture is not a culture of gangsters and whores.
Right.
We were supposed to be family-oriented people. A nation of people that have the kings of peace, that have wives and fucking children. And you took the concubines of the other nations, man.
Simple.
Okay? You groomed the structure of a family, man. But you really, to be honest, I really advise brothers that come into the truth now, man, don't even be worried about no goddamn family, man.
Right.
You know, unless if you got one, yeah, that's good.
That's
you know,
right.
you know, that's a good thing.
That's
But
fine.
really, man, the way America's set up, you try to get a family in this truth, you're gonna catch 1,000 times more hell, man.
Wisdom.
You know? That's why the scriptures say, yeah, you bring it out. That's why the scriptures say, oh, Salaki, the brother was reading that scripture.
Verse 4, it says, though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead.
They're like, man, you look just like your daddy.
Yep.
Through the spirit, we are. Hey, you know the world talks about cloning. Real technically speaking, when your mother and your father lay, you're a clone of your mother and your father. That's why you find yourself, you sit like your father.
Yep.
Sometimes you're like, damn, I do this shit.
Yep.
You be like, damn, you're like,
So you
Chip
can't
off
draw
the
those,
block.
you can't draw those similarities as a child because you didn't know your father as a child.
right.
You always knew your father as a man. So when you become a man, that's when you really start to see like, God damn, I'm just fucking like him as a man. And that's what really, if you had a good father, that's what you want. That's what you want. That's what you want. Like damn, because now you have the capability to be a better person than him because you got the truth.
Hey, because if I may say, Bishop, even with that, even in the world, even if you in the truth and your father's in the world, at a certain point, it's still healthy to have those conversations because your father, he bumped his head with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And he'll see like, man, listen, I bumped my, like, you talk to your father, you have them intimate conversations about women, like, man, we do the same fucking shit, man. We make the same stupid decision with these women, man. But that's that, how do you correct the issues amongst your family if you're not, but like you said, through the spirit, we're talking from a utopia state, an understanding of this, how it should be, how we want it to be, how it will be.
Right.
But we understand greatly that this is hell, man.
Yeah, it's spirit.
You know?
Yep.
Okay. Come on with it.
It says, I know you busy, right? It says,
Hey, because Slucky, because see, we're going to the kingdom. Ain't gonna be no MGTOW in the fucking kingdom. You just nah, you know. I ain't really dealing with women. I'm concentrating on my own shit.
Yeah, semen retention.
Yeah, semen retention.
I wish.
Fuck out of here, man.
I show you the kingdom of heaven. Oh, my they gonna know. Yeah, no, that nigga ain't reserving no semen.
What? Man, we doing that right now.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Right.
With one woman.
Right.
Hey, with one woman doing semen retention.
Right.
What are you talking about?
No, we ain't doing that. Not in the kingdom.
Man, what? We gonna be like lions. Lions get down, man. We are considered the lions of Judah, the lions of Israel, man. We are going to be creating every day. A new family gonna be created. An extension of a new branch gonna be added to your tree.
That's right.
remember how many people is on the earth.
Hey, we're gonna bring back Jake. That's in the spirit world too. Just not even necessarily.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
It's gonna be 2/3, and it's gonna be a lot of. You know, when Ezra was speaking about the cycle of men, the Lord can't put all men on the planet Earth, so there's...
Yeah, it's billions and billions of spirits in the spirit world right now. If it's 8 billion people on the earth right now, imagine how many in the spirit world.
Yeah, come on.
Because you come back every, 3-4
3-4 generations.
So at all times, there's always about 3 generations in the heavens. You know? So that's billions of people.
Damn. Probably more than that.
Yeah, and then, it's probably more than that. And then the Lord can create new spirits. You know? So when the earth is filled, hey, the Lord can just bring new seeds, new population. Yeah, just bringing the seed of Israel into fruition, man. So it starts, boiling it all the way back down, like what the elder's saying. It starts with us as individuals, then collectively as a camp, then collectively as a body in Yahweh Bashim Hawashai.
Yeah.
That's why we gotta have one mind, man.
That's right.
We have to see this thing the same way, man.
That's right.
We can't have two different perspectives on the goal. What's the end goal? What are we trying to achieve here?
That's right.
All right. Well, this is the plan. This is the format that was laid for us. Let's execute it, man. I want to, you know, of course, that goes without saying, but we want us to get back to when we was able to build family structures, man.
Yeah.
But that ain't gonna happen in America, man, because the family is under attack.
Yeah.
Okay? When the family is under attack, that's when you destroy a nation of people, man. That's why we gonna do Esau like that. I'm gonna be on them. Ain't gonna be no families for Edomites in the kingdom. A family? Nah, nigga, it's gonna be you and your kids. And the woman that you use, you ain't gonna have no wife.
Right.
Wife? No, nigga, you're not having a wife. You just gonna have a wife, a Edomite that you made a baby with.
A
Shipping
baby
him
mama,
off.
nigga.
Yeah, you gonna be the new baby daddy.
Breeding farms, huh?
Yeah, you're gonna be the new baby daddy, man. You ain't gonna know what it's gonna feel like to come home to your woman having a cooked meal for you, man. Those curses gonna return on your head for what you did to us and our people, man.
Doubled up too, man.
Edomite issues, man.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think I said this to the brothers went to make the camp. All my Edomite women, they gonna have nasty cornrows.
Yeah.
They gonna be the new nigga women.
Gold teeth.
Gold teeth.
Damn.
They gonna be fuck all that.
Yeah,
Loud
yeah.
and obnoxious.
Always.
And you got that. I think you got something. Read that in Deuteronomy 6.
Deuteronomy 6.
This is one of my favorite. It's really, this is a law. Like people talk about the law. Here's a law. Go ahead with that, priest.
Deuteronomy 6 and 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, let me read verse 6.
Yeah.
All right, it says, and these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way.
See, that's what. So it started with like the elder's saying. It started with us. We get together. What do we talk about? We talk about the law, prophecy. We talk about history. We talk about our culture, expanding. We talk about things dealing with like a godly conversation of Israelites. But that's where it starts. Like, you know, hey man, we be wearing. I know I'm not the only one. If you got a woman, I be wearing my woman's ears out, man. I'm a talk.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change how I talk in my house.
Right,
If
right.
the spirit on me to talk about something dealing with
That's
the
right,
scripture,
bro.
I'm gonna talk.
Right.
Talk to my children the whole nine. I only talk to her about chicken and bags. Hell no.
Right.
No, I see something on the news where the scriptures say this.
Yep.
That's an energy that the whole nation's supposed to. You can't hold it. It's a fire within us. All right. But it's a law that really, that's a spirit. I'm going into to say that it's a spirit. It's a spiritual law that you're supposed to keep. You're supposed to fill your house
Right.
with the spirit of the Lord by talking about it.
Right.
If I could say, Elder, like when you do that, because your woman, she carries on your will when you're not there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So by you talking about these things, you know, if your woman down for you, she enforces this shit when you're not there. Right.
Yeah, she's supposed to, because she goes a mimic. A woman is really a mimic of you or a mirror of you.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they say if a woman's really into you, what is she gonna do? She gonna copy your ways. They gonna listen to your music. They gonna kind of talk and laugh and joke like you. It's the same thing, and like you said, the brother said, who's supposed to be teaching our? Are we supposed to be teaching our children the Hebrew alphabet?
Right.
And low-level things like that. That's supposed to be on our wives.
Right.
They want to be the spirit. These women want to be kept wives of Israel.
Right.
But really, you're supposed to be, hey, sit your God. You're supposed to be teaching them that.
Right. Right, bro.
The ABCs, the law, this is what your father expects. This is
Yep.
you know the history of where you come from.
Mhm.
There's a building block that starts with the mother, because the mother, really your child's first viewpoint is your mother. Comes out of the womb and sees the mother.
Hey, because honestly, a child really, and it's a natural thing, a child really ain't really trying to hear nothing from his dad like that, man.
Yeah.
You know, they gonna go right to their mama, and the mom's gonna tell them what they want to hear. So that's why the mother's responsibility in the household is very important. But of course, what did Esau do?
Yep.
He went to the woman. All right, and he attacked the woman, which was a foundational piece in the grooming of a family, man.
Yeah.
When you have another man in your household that got the ear of your woman, it's a wrap for you, man. This devil got our women ear, and we ain't even ever even met this motherfucker.
Yep.
You know? So imagine the type of shit that goes on in the household of other Jakes who women solely depend on the government and Esau's financial system, man.
Exactly.
He ain't got no say-so in his fucking house, man.
Damn.
He just an ATM. He just a bank, man.
Yeah.
You see? Now you see why our people are destroyed to the way that they're destroyed, man. Okay? We need sovereignty. We need deliverance from the serpent. That's really what all this shit boiled down to, man. You brothers got to read that Willie Lynch letter. If you haven't read it, man, take some time out and read the whole letter, man. You know, take about 10 to 15 minutes. If it don't even take you that long, it take about 3 minutes. And read the whole letter and see how Esau's strategic. If I may get a scripture,
You
real
got it.
quick.
You got it, Bishop.
Yeah, give me Psalm 64. Psalms the 64th chapter, man. And read it from the top, because it tells you gotta the amount of diligence that Esau put into figuring out how to get us in this condition, the same amount of diligence you need to put yourself in to get out of this goddamn predicament, man. This devil sat in them labs for hours, man, said, fuck his family. I want to conquer these niggas. You know? He forsook houses and shit back in the slave days just so he could overcome niggas, man. So what you got to do to overcome him? You got to do the same thing, man. Okay, bring it out, bro.
This is Psalms chapter 64, verse 1. Hear my voice, O God, and my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
Yeah, man. See, that's another tactic that this devil used. It was fear. Okay? So now growing up, you subconsciously, you scared of the devil. Not considering that the real devil is an Edomite. But because you scared of the devil, automatically, subconsciously, you're going to be scared of white people because they're the devil. Y'all see how they played on that? They made you think, oh, it's a pitch race. So the whole time, I'm scared of the devil. But in the whole time, you just really scared of the fucking white man. Okay? And your conscious, you're thinking that the devil is like, you know, a sinister red pitchfork. But in your subconscious, the real devil was Esau. So a byproduct of that play was you being scared of white people. So that's why he manipulated our people with being afraid of him, man.
And also we look at the so-called white man structure of a family, and we envy that. That's why we all want this, you know, the husband, wife, white picket fence, 2.5 kids, and a dog.
Right.
That's that Edomite institutionalized way of a marriage. That's not how a marriage and family works with us.
That's right. That's right. That's a good point, man. That Western idea of what a family is, that's not a real family, man. Their women are Edomites are in power, and their women are complete sluts. And they actually get off on that. Is that a family? Majority, I believe about 95% of white women has had an affair on their husbands. If not 100, easy. If not 100%. So is that a real family? So the picture that they painting in real life is not what's happening with these Edomites. Their children are committing suicide at alarming rates. They're very disrespectful. They shooting up schools. They taking drugs. They're in the house just being belligerent, doing all kind of weirdo shit. But what they put on TV is what we eat up.
Yeah, that sitcom bullshit.
But if you go into you just go out north side, close your eyes, and bust into a white house, I guarantee you it's dysfunctional. 100%. I guarantee you it's dysfunctional, man. But how they put it out there to you is that it's functional. This is the way. When in all actuality, that shit don't exist, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Yeah, that's the Willie Lynch letter, the secret counsel of the wicked. A lot of people didn't know that this man wrote that goddamn letter. Okay, didn't even know why you say lynch. Why do we even say he got lynched?
Right.
Why? What is lynching?
Right.
Okay, that was a part of the letter. Okay, he got lynched. Okay, because that was one of the consequences for you know, to break your bucks. You lynch him, you hang him. Okay,
Yeah, it was
that's
different-
why it's
different
called a
forms
lynch.
of lynching. Even the tying to the horses and the horse thing. That was a lynching as well.
That was a lynching, and that term lynch comes from who?
William Lynch.
Willie D. Lynch.
Yep.
And that D is devil.
Even
Okay?
says it right here in the etymon.
Bring it out, bro.
Lynch, the verb, is to inflict severe but not deliberately fatal bodily punishment on someone without legal sanction, from earlier Lynch law of 1811, in reference to such activity which was likely named after William Lynch of 1742
Boom.
to 1820 of
Good old Bill.
Pennsylvania, Virginia.
Yep. So you see that? Now, Willie Lynch is one of many devils that wrote into, I wouldn't say law, but they wrote into recommendation to other Edomites on what to do to their slaves. He wasn't the only one. You got the Derby Dose. Where Rob at? Oh, he over there. He did a class on it years ago. You got a bunch of devils. They used to get together and eat lunch and just talk about what they did to their slaves. Oh, see, I tell you what I do with my slaves. I take their fingers, I stick them in this little device. I had one of my boys, he made me like a finger twisting device. I stick his finger in there and I twist them goddamn fingers off. They, goddamn, boy, you a crazy goddamn motherfucker.
They should have had Django.
Yeah, that's how they would do it. They would literally sit around and speak about how diabolical they could be to their slaves.
And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna sit around each other, beat up. Hey man, yeah man, I got this new contraption. We're gonna do the same thing because that's what
That's
you
what they-
really. It was in the spirit.
It was. And you know what? That the Lord said we're gonna recompense them double. So if they did it to us, yeah, we're gonna do it to them. So now we see when it speaks about you gotta think, what type of mind frame do you have to purposefully go to an artificer or a blacksmith and say, I need a torture device? And nigga, what do you, if somebody came to me and said, hey, I'm a blacksmith, they say, hey man, I need you to make this, I want you to shape the top part like a head. Like, yo, what the fuck you gonna do with this shit? Hey, yo, this nigga's kind of a weirdo.
Some saw shit.
Yeah, like, yo, what you really asking me? All right, well, fuck it, you gonna pay it, I'll make it. Because they were given a diligent search, brothers. Okay, so all this stuff wasn't just by accident, or he just had to be like that. No. Hey, somebody real quick, hold that. Give me Zechariah 1 and 15, man. Yep, go ahead, bro.
I got something to do.
Two chapters back, Psalm 62 and 4. It says they only consult to cast him down from his excellency.
That's all it's about. How are we going to cast him down from his excellency? So when these world meetings happen, you better believe that your people are being brought up. So what about the blacks?
Right.
What about the Hispanics? What about the Native Americans? What are we going to do with them? Okay? We are a very resilient people. So
Like
they can't.
roaches, really?
Yeah, we really like it. Yeah. We like a, really we like an infestation.
Baby's kids.
It's hard to kill us.
You can't get rid of them. Huh?
First chapter.
Say it again, bro.
Said that in Exodus, first chapter.
Yep, it said they grew and multiplied and waxed stronger. So we really it's hard to take. It's not just, you can't just go around just shooting all niggas and just we gonna take them out like that. There has to be a level of deliberation to get us off of this earth because we're hard to do it. It shit ain't as easy as you might think. All they gotta do is just. If they really try to do that, they're gonna kill themselves.
Yeah, man.
Really, in order to kill every Israelite on the earth, they really gotta kill themselves.
That's why what the Georgia Guidestones.
Yep.
By bringing the population down to 500 million.
Yep.
So they got to be you got to be, like you said, self-destruct mode. I think Barzal had said years ago. Really, Israel is the perfect slave.
Yeah.
We really are like the perfect slaves. Like we got thick bones. We got strong and thick skin, and
we could deal with the sun.
We could deal with it. And like you said, so Esau, it ain't just as simple as to kill us. Like,
right,
just leave them out to the star. It's niggas that live on the streets of Atlanta that's been on the streets. Since we've been in Atlanta,
decades.
70s, man.
Come on, man.
It's niggas out here still alive and strong that the weather cracks.
Yeah.
I know some people that quit crack cold turkey. Right. Edomites can't even get off opium. Okay? So you got to think about the level of extremes that they took to get us this low. And to be honest, with what they did, we should be lower.
That's a fact.
So for us to be out, we went up. Because for us to be in this condition with all the shit they did, we really, if this same thing was done to any other nation, bro, they would be extremely low, bro. They women wouldn't have fucking boutiques and hair salons all over the goddamn city. Okay?
That's real, man.
Niggas raising up, feeling like they run the city. T.I., you don't run the city. See what I'm saying? But Esau, our people are so strong, you can't really keep them down, but for so long. Okay? That's why they gotta come with the sword.
Yeah, they got to.
They gotta shut this place down and come down with the sword, man. All right, who got that Zechariah? Zechariah 1:15. Go ahead.
Zechariah 1:15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen
Yep.
that are at ease.
All the heathen, all you motherfuckers, man. Okay, because it ain't just you Edomites, it's you other nations too.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, for I was but a little displeased,
Yep.
and they helped forward the affliction.
So that's the point. They forwarded the affliction, man. Hey, if you look at some of the grotesque things that they did to us as a people, man, some of that shit will fuck being mad, bro. That shit will make you want to cry.
Oh yeah.
God damn, boy. You know, they was doing that shit. That's why, really, man, we don't even, bro. The Lord didn't even tell us everything that the so-called white man did to us in slavery, bro. Trust me. Certain stuff we have no idea that happened to us, bro.
You don't want to know.
You don't even want to know that shit, man.
I got a little something right there, yo.
Okay, yeah.
This is from GatheringOfChrist.org, a Willie Lynch letter, The Making of a Slave. I'm gonna just read some of the highlights. It says, I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves.
Yep.
It will control the slaves for at least 300 years.
At least 300 years. Go ahead.
I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves, and I take these differences and make them bigger.
Yep.
I use fear.
I use Gathering of Christ. Sound like GOCC.
Says, I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes.
Hey, you see fear? Now you see that's what we just read in Psalms the 64th chapter about fear. That's a controlling mechanism that the Lord even uses that. All right? To put us in fear so he can control us. See, one thing, and it's true, if you don't fear the Lord, eventually you're going to fall out.
It's power in fear.
Yeah.
A lot of power.
And it's a lot, and you can manipulate.
What was that, Bronx Tales? Is that the Bronx Tales where it was like, he was like, he asked his father, would you rather be loved or feared? And he was like the balance of it, but he was like, fear, like you said, fear is powerful.
Yeah.
Hey, like with us, like you said, Bishop, with our own women, bro, all that lovey-dovey shit is cool, but in the spirit, I ain't even gotta say it. Y'all already know what time it is.
Oh yeah, facts. especially when all hell break loose.
That's what really all Jake men really want. You Negroes, Latin, your biggest complaint, really men as a whole's complaint, is women don't fear you. You want to be feared.
That's
You
something
don't
that's part of your manhood, like a lion. A lion wants to be feared, man.
Yep.
You know, the presence, the essence.
That
It's not
roar.
just being loved and
Yep.
embraced. Lions want it's about territorialism, having that level of control. You know,
It's a part of it. See, Esau, you really want people to be scared of you. But here it is, you got the whole fucking world in fear.
Yeah.
But then you pushing it to Jake. Like, yeah, you don't want your wife and kids to be scared of you, man. You want to be, man, shut the fuck up, man.
That's why they call Esau
You know?
the damn 4-tongued devil.
Yeah, because the things that you say, you don't actually do them, man. Okay? But then they'll say, yeah, man, you don't want to be too tired. Man, bro, I can't wait. I hope this lockdown come, man. Please take advantage. Take advantage of this Chinese shit, man. Bring it back. Let's get to work, man. Let's get to work, man.
I said it this morning. I said, man, I hope it's some devils right now loading up a chemtrail plane with the pneumonia right now.
Dude, I would hold up a fucking sign, man, and say, thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
Drop this.
Bring this shit. Do the work. Okay? Yeah, man, we doing the work of an evangelist. You do the work of a devil.
Stop being lukewarm.
Bring the bad news, man. Hey, I can't wait to see breaking news. First cases of such and such virus found in America, man. Man, I might fucking jump in the air and clap my goddamn feet together. We need something to happen, man. You know why? Because these people are not in fear.
They're too comfortable, man.
They're not in fear. There's a control mechanism that comes behind fear. Okay? These people ain't scared enough, man. Even when COVID happened, Jake was all, oh, I don't know what we gonna do. The stimmy came, them niggas turned to fucking stimmy Duncan. You know? Stimmy Turner. Soon as the stimulus hit, oh Jay, oh we gonna be good, bro. We, y'all saying, yeah, one thing about the government, man. America, they gonna want Hey, bro, are you serious? Are you serious, bro? Yeah, see, one thing you're gonna find out about the so-called white man is he takes his time with you niggas. He takes his time with you niggas. He ain't about the so-called white man. He'll fuck around and play a cover 2 the whole goddamn game, and then at the end of the game, he just blitzing all over the goddamn place. The whole time you thought he was playing conservative. Hey, I'm just gonna play in the zone. And then at the end of the game, you get so comfortable in that zone. At the end of the game, he just starts sitting the safety, coming up with all kind of different schematics.
You think it's 40 men on the corner field?
Right. Different formations. He running the 2-4-5. He blitzing he dropping back the D end and blitzing the corners. You're like, yo, I can't read the defense. Okay, that's because he getting you niggas comfortable. And then what start shaking up the quarterback? When you blitz, hey Kosh, you know what I'm talking about, right? You start getting that pressure on the quarterback. The quarterback getting the rhythm, you in the zone, he started picking the zone apart, and next thing you know, at the quarterback, we're gonna dial up some blitzes. We just wanted to get him comfortable. Now we're gonna dial up some blitzes. Next thing you know, he in the pocket. He got horrible pocket presence. He can't go through his
a horrible O-line.
A horrible O-line. He has no protection. He can't go through his progressions because he's in fear of the blitz. So we need fear. Yeah, like Gino the other night, man. That numbskull. But let's get back to that, bro.
This is Psalms chapter 64, verse 2.
Yep.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Go ahead.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
The workers of iniquity. This is a purposeful work, brothers. They didn't just stumble up on the Willie Lynch. Them niggas sat in the prairie in that log cabin with that little candle
quill
and that feather, that white feather and that ink,
that dip.
Yep,
Yeah.
They told their woman, their children to shut up and go to bed, and they stayed up to 5 in the morning putting that shit together.
Spending all that.
Eating some porridge and some oats or something, man. And wrote you niggas destruction, man, in a matter of months.
They got certain shows on there when you watch them old. I seen one Shaka Zulu movie back in the day when they was taking down the Zulu Nation. They got together in one cassette like it tells you in the Book of Psalms. Like the top devils from the certain crowns, and they like, yo, how can we put these Zulus down? Because they understand that it's power and control of people, man.
Yep.
Through fear, dominance, resources.
They had a heavy portion of Satan on them. Waking up in cold sweats with a new idea.
What was Albert Pike? Albert Pike said when he wrote those three, he basically prophesied
Morals and dogma.
Morals and dogma. He prophesied World War I, World War II, and World War III.
Yeah.
They said, it could be a myth, but allegedly, he wore a bracelet that basically could summon Satan. He probably did.
You know what, man? Hey,
Willie Lynch, Satan was probably in that room, like over his ear.
Yeah.
Right.
Because Satan was dealing with them heavy, man. Satan was dealing with them heavy, man.
That's a good one.
You know, so the scripture said that the workers of iniquity, man, they're not just doing shit just to take over the world. They're going further than just trying to take over the world, man. They're trying to really take Yahweh Bashem Shai off the throne, man. It's deeper than what we believe, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't gonna say what we believe, okay? Because we know this nigga going above and beyond. So we believe that, but it's deeper than what we know. You know, the depths is the depths of Satan.
Layers that you saw.
Even the whole propaganda of UFOs and things like that. You think these devils don't know that that's the chariots of the Most High?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
going
He
back
knows
to
exactly
all
who
the
they are.
ancient writings and stuff. You got certain shows like Ancient Aliens. We've now possibly cracked the code of this, going into the Bible and stuff like that. Esau been knowing this stuff. All the text that he has here.
Right.
You know, they got certain texts. Nobody in the world really knows that but a certain.
Absolutely.
It probably was a UFO Hall in fucking Alexandria, Egypt.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. A whole
Chariot
chariot,
sites.
a whole chariot aisle that just all kind of information. That's absolutely. So you got to think about that, man. Go ahead, Yep. Go ahead, read.
Verse 3, who wet their tongue like a
Hey,
sword.
the word wet means sharpen. Who wet their tongue like a sword. Look at the things that they speak concerning the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. And you Hispanics and Native Americans, man, you need to get your shit together.
Yeah.
You sit up here and act like it's just the black man's problem, man. Okay? Well, he on your ass too.
Right.
And a lot of y'all think y'all Spaniards, man.
They think they white.
Yeah. You think you fucking Spaniards,
Blanco.
man. Well, the so-called white man took your whole fucking land and turned you against your brothers. Now you banging against the Southern Kingdom.
Right.
The Southern Kingdom banging against them. The Northern Kingdom hate niggas more than they hate fucking white people.
Oh man.
They goddamn.
White man, they daddy.
Right. He done spanked y'all into oblivion. Get your mind out of your ass, man. Okay? Scared to join with the so-called Southern tribes, man. These your brothers. Go ahead, bro.
Who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows,
Yep.
even bitter words.
Their bitter words, their arrows, is all the laws, legislations, and different press conferences and speeches.
Propaganda.
Say again?
Propaganda.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
propaganda, like what the elder said. All the stuff
Media.
that this dude done talk crazy about us in the public eye, man. You should feel a certain type of way about that shit.
Right.
You being slandered throughout the four corners of the
Prophets
earth.
of doom.
Yeah, prophets of doom.
What it say? The blessing you saw. By the sword that shall live. You part of that sword. His tongue, his media, the narratives he puts out there,
Yeah.
publications. That's part of that sword.
If you sit up here and listen to this devil, man, you're like, man, fuck him.
Yeah.
He just be talking crazy about us, man. Like, man, who the fuck are you to talk anything about us with your diabolical nature, man? The different lies and the experiments that he done did on us, man. You should be highly offended, man. But no, you just content with being able to take a shot at a bar with a fucking white man. We want distance. We want to be distanced from the white man. We don't want to be his friend. Okay? The fuck out of here. Leave us alone. Go bother somebody else. We're tired of you. They're looking at us like we fucking crazy. No, you crazy. You ain't got, who got something to say about what's going on in Israel? Who got something to say? What do you think about what's going on in the land of Israel? Since everybody got something to fucking say. That's cool though. But what we saying is the problem. That's why, man, Russia, the Lord is strengthening Russia's arsenal. They bringing everything out to the forefront. They loading those arsenals, man. They getting them alliances together. They having these talks. They telling everybody leave the dollar alone to drop these missiles on you fucking Americans. That's right. That's what you need.
right.
You don't need a speech from us. This is just for us to get credit with Yahweh Basham Al-Shah. You motherfuckers ain't listening to us. But let's keep that out. Let's go ahead and nip that in the bud. We ain't had one person come out here and stand outside of the brothers, of course. We had one person that came out here and stood and gave some type of interest to what we're saying. We only doing this to please the Lord from the foolishness of preaching. What's going to teach you a lesson is when you sitting there melting in that good old Russian fire. Okay? It ain't gonna be American fire. It's gonna be Russian fire. I hope them Russians put a couple of more extra chemicals in that warhead. Just some, just a couple. They found a couple of new. I hope an angel told them, "Hey, look, come this way. It's some new elements over here. Y'all drop that in that warhead, man. I'm gonna show you how to do this." You know, he probably told Putin, "Hey, look here, man. I want to show you something, man. In a couple of days, I want to show you something. I got a secret for you, man." So I went to a fucking hidden cave, man, and found all kind of nutrient-rich elements that nobody even knew existed. Said, "Now look, you get your men over here, you get that out, and I want you to drop that in the warhead, man." You know what you about to say?
You got it.
Yeah, man, because we want to keep that heat hot. You know, you want to You know, because we get ready to use you, man. Yeah, the death angel on Putin. Yeah, man, just look, I'm trying to help you get it together. We're going to use you in a big way.
You have fasting and not dealing with women.
Right.
Before I drop this on you, got to be clean.
Right, rebuking them for drinking too much vodka. Like, look, man, you gotta get your fucking health together, man. We need you alive and kicking, man. You can't do what everybody else do, man. We got a very special task for you, Vladimir.
Yeah, I just saw an article. I just saw an article last night. They used signing to like a decree. They're just gonna add like another 170,000 troops to the military. So Putin and his spirit is working with him, man.
Them left hand spirits.
He about ready to, you know.
Yeah.
He's almost ready for that evil thought.
That evil thought. So we want that because, like I said, man, these people don't. This is the easy way. Of course, it's known as the straight gate, but really, it's difficult. But it's really the easiest way to get it done, man. Hey, these people want the hard way, man. So let them have it. You know, go ahead, bro.
Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
At the perfect, who's the perfect? The Hebrew Israelites, man.
That's right.
Okay? Even 2/3 of you are going to be the perfect, man, in the kingdom of heaven. You're going to be
Still
perfect. Yeah, you still the saints. Hey, I'm going to hit you with this. Even 2/3 of our people are still the elect.
Right. Yeah.
You know? The whole nation of our people is the elect, man.
Right.
Scripture says Israel mine elect. The Lord elected the whole nation through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But there's different tiers of who's going to be delivered out of America and who's not.
Elect of the elect.
Yep, the elect, the cream of the crop, so to speak, man. You got the 144,000. You got the 1/3. The 144,000 is all over the globe. Yeah. It's scattered. The 144, the government is scattered throughout the four corners. Then you got the 1/3. Now the 1/3 of our people, Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that's only here in America. That's where the 1/3 is gonna come from. I will bring the third part through the fire. That's America, man. Okay? Then you have another innumerable multitude that John the Revelator saw in the book of Revelation. What chapter?
7 and 9.
Set the what? I had a brain for that. Revelation 7 and 9. Right. And also, Ezra seen it. Second Ezra 13. So that multitude, that innumerable multitude, is going into all the scattered Israelites. Might be dwelling among the other nations.
Right. Billions of Israelites.
Billions dwelling among the other nations. See, this one thing about this truth, this thing gonna go viral. Although it's out there, the Lord is gonna do something to make this thing really get a lot of attention. And it's gonna wake up a lot of Israelites throughout the four corners of the earth. Because now it's time the Lord is ready to make his statement, man. But before the Lord can make his statement, the election has to be sealed. Okay, remember it says, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, until I have sealed my servants in their forehead. And then that's when the countdown came. That's right. It spoke about the 12,000 from 12 tribes. It spoke about the peaceable multitude. All of them got to get sealed. Okay? Then it's gonna pop.
I'm gonna add to what you were saying, Bishop. When you think about Egypt, when we were freed out of Egypt, the works of what happened with Moses and splitting of the sea and plagues, man, that was in his time. It went viral.
Yes,
it went. Matter of fact, it went viral because they ran into Rahab the harlot. That was like 40 years later. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, and the nations were.
Yeah, because it was Joshua.
That's all she knew. He said, listen, everybody around is scared of y'all. She said, listen, just have mercy on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, everybody knows what the Lord.
Years
everybody
later.
has heard what Yahweh had did for his people that came out of Egypt.
That's right.
No internet, no This is before the Psalms, the 19th chapter, where the unicorn and all of this. The word was traveling. It got around.
Yeah.
That was enough. That Yahweh Shai's death.
So imagine.
Oh yeah, that went viral.
That went viral.
Yeah,
it's still being talked about now. So imagine what the Lord is going to do for his faithful now. He's going to make a statement.
You don't need the internet.
Yeah, we don't need the internet, man. We got Yahweh Bashemah Shai. He's higher than the internet. You asshole. The Lord can translate brothers.
Right.
If he need to wake somebody, let's say you kill the internet, you take the internet. Hey, let's say you take the internet out, right? The Lord can translate a brother, man.
He did it with Habakkuk.
Yeah, he did it with Philip.
Well, how about Yahweh Shai? The scriptures say that he spoke with great authority as the voice of many waters. Right. He preached. Bro, ain't none of us done that. He-
5,000 people.
He was teaching to people on the beach
Yes.
from a boat.
Yep.
Yeah.
While the waves is crashing.
With no bullhorn.
No
No
bullhorn.
bullhorn.
So you think we need the internet?
Right.
No microphone.
You see that? So a lot of you,
Think about it.
hey, I remember we was down there in 5 Points years ago. EJ Love and them was out there with Adam.
Yeah.
Adam, and they was with their little mics and shit, you know. And then I was, we was just regular speaking.
Yeah.
But then at the camp, I remember the elder saying, he was like, man, bro, it was like the Lord kind of like made your
Yeah, I
voice
remember that.
super loud on them,
Yeah, I remember that.
you know. And the Lord, you just a vessel, but the brother, he picked it up in the spirit, like, hey man, the Lord kind of, he was like, they was on the mic and shit, but he was like, I don't know if you peeped it, but he was like, it kind of sounded like your voice got higher.
Amplified.
Yeah, the Lord can do that. You don't know, you just a vessel.
Yeah, man.
You just down for the cause. The Lord, long as you down for the cause, ain't no telling what the Lord could use you for.
The
Long
Lord
as
might
you
make
down.
us, I mean, I'm speaking, scriptures say that it's a light thing. What the Lord said, one of the lightest things the Lord can do is change your stature.
Stature,
The
yeah.
Lord you might cut the internet, and the Lord might make us all,
Yeah,
Right.
hey,
He might make us all that tall.
Right.
But you're not gonna listen in?
Like Ant-Man, like Ant-Man and,
I'm just,
yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
So you got to
The
think,
greater work.
just as diligent as this devil is, the Lord is 1,000
Right.
times 1,000 more diligent in his fucking ass, man. So let's get back into it, bro.
Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret and be perfect.
Go ahead.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Go ahead.
They encourage themselves in an evil manner.
Like the brother Thamayim just brought out the definition of lynch. That was an evil encouragement, man. But yet and still, these devils get praised. They get statues put up around the world for them. They get spoken about in different speeches at fucking school, and they're in your history books, and you learn about them as if they just some upstanding guys. When these dudes were creeps, they were homosexuals, they were pedophiles, they were Satanists, okay? They were all these things, but somehow they still get that reverence.
colleges named that for him.
Colleges and
Shit, street
institutions.
cities.
You see what I'm saying?
No
Hey,
Bill
Christopher
Peace
Columbus.
Prize.
How many
Yeah.
Columbus cities are there in the country?
Columbia.
Columbia, Columbus,
Everywhere.
Columbus
Colombo.
University, the District of Columbia.
The District of Columbia. Hey, you got Ponce de Leon right over here.
He was a
Yeah,
king.
he's
I
terrible.
can't wait, man. I can't wait. You know. So you gotta you tribes, man. You gotta get your fucking head out your ass, man.
That's real.
Okay? You gotta get your fucking head out your ass, man. Trying to give a so-called white man the benefit of the doubt. Now give it to his ass how he give it to you. Okay?
That's real.
There ain't no peace to the wicked, man. Stop trying to be at peace with this motherfucker, man. As far as, when you out maneuvering, be a peaceful person. Don't get me wrong and make them say go out there and just be cussing white people out.
But in your
Yeah,
spirit,
but in your mind, man, you're supposed to be putting up curses. Hey, if you hear something bad happen to him, man, you're supposed to be like, damn, that's crazy. You hear some old person at your job had a stroke, you like, damn, that's crazy, man. That was my guy. You get in the chat, hey, Shalom, y'all brothers ain't gonna believe the news I got, man. How about this old devil at my job used to fuck with me croak, man? See, you want that to happen, man. But on the surface level, you're supposed to carry that invisible cloak in the spirit. Okay? But we ain't no peace to the fucking wicked, man.
That's right,
So
that's
you
right.
want to go out here. Look, I'm gonna say it like this, man. Brothers don't have no business taking no fucking sides with Palestine, Israel, or none of these other fucking
That's
nations.
right.
All right? We got our own problem. We got our own situations to deal with. We're going to address those matters.
Say that.
If, you know?
Metal not in the matter.
Yep. Don't be meddling, man. Let them figure that shit out, man. Okay?
shedding tears because you see some dead Palestinian babies.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. I, when I be seeing them, I just be like, God damn, boy. The first thing I think about, man, this goddamn boy, this motherfucker got a sword on him.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I be thinking about. I don't be, you know, but with certain, I ain't gonna lie, man, with certain Jakes, I still get that feeling.
Yeah, it's a big.
You know, I'm like, damn, man. You know, little kid, man, you might hear about a little 2-year-old getting hit with a stray.
Yeah.
Now, you know it's of the Lord,
That's right.
but it's still like, God damn, because you know it's your own people.
Still got that compassion.
But with other, man, you know what, man, you other nations, I'm gonna just say it, fuck you other nations.
Yeah, simple as that.
You don't care about us.
Yeah.
You never cared about us.
Right.
So we don't care, but we only care about our kind, man.
Right. You should ask how that doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Who should have pity?
Yes.
Yeah, look how you treat
Bemoan
the other tribes, the northern and southern. I mean, the northern kingdom, man. Look at how you do the Gadites, man. up in South Dakota, the five poorest zip codes in America is in fucking South Dakota. On the reservations, man. What do you so-called blacks and Hispanics feel about the treatment of the Native Americans here in America in their native land? Let's discuss that. Let's discuss that genocide, man. Let's discuss how our brothers is up there in the fucking wilderness with no fucking internet, man. Can't even really reach out to the fucking general public. They just trapped in a big field in the middle of America.
In a through land.
You know, even if they did want to get some type of resurgence of help, they don't even got the resources to travel outside of the fucking reservation. They just pretty much in a big ass prison with
A prison field,
man. You can't do, hey bro, even trying to survive those winters in South Dakota will kill you, man.
Yeah.
So what about that type of treatment, man? What about that? Okay?
You got Israelites in the Amazon, they burning. Here it is, you got tribes of Israelites in the Amazon, in Brazil, in Nicaragua, and all down Central and South America. Those are Israelites down there, right? And a lot of those tribes, they still live, you know, a particular lifestyle, all right? But those lands that they have, they're being encroached upon by these oil companies, energy companies. They're burning down the forest. So their livelihood, even though they're so-called off-grid civilization, so to speak, they still are
under attack.
Yeah, under attack, catching hell.
Like
those are our people.
Yeah, Fergal.
You know, those are our people.
Avatar.
Avatar. Really, how do you think Avatar is about? Avatar is about no blue space aliens. Those about the northern kingdom tribes.
Clearly Gad.
You know?
Or you had Toy Soldier.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was about Gad versus Esau.
So they make, and Esau gonna have to do a lot of time in the kingdom for the atrocities, you know, he's done to our people. 1,000 years of time.
We're gonna get Lamentations 4. Because that cup gonna pass to you Esau, man. All right.
This is Lamentations 4 and 21. 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee."
Yeah, all of the atrocities that occurred unto us from Judah all the way to Issachar, that cup gonna go right back to you, Esau.
Yeah, right.
All right, you go ahead.
Yeah, it says, "Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked."
Yeah, we're gonna expose. You're being exposed now, but really in the kingdom, you're gonna be fully. It's gonna be a known fact. Like we know that like when you see a dog with spots on it, you know that's a Dalmatian. Well, you're gonna know that, hey, them red creatures over there, you know what I mean, eating juniper roots, basically bugged out. Those are the Edomites, man. Your whole everything is gonna be laid out there for everybody to finally see that you aren't this creative philanthropist, you know, morally, you know, like the lies that our people go with. Our people really have this like, white people are good because Miss Susie brought muffins to the fucking office. You know, Miss Susie brought blueberry muffins to the office,
truth, man.
And they make that one person, that one white woman is the speaker for all white people.
It's like the beacon of light.
The beacon of life. Like, white people are good. No, they're not.
They're no good.
They're no good.
The muffins were good.
You know?
And nobody wants to say it.
And that's why, you know what? And the bishop was saying everything he was saying earlier. Don't let this devil gaslight you. That's the term. Don't let him gaslight you into believing that he's a good guy and everybody else is menace to societies. Okay, that's what it is. And basically, if you look up, matter of fact, somebody look up that term gaslight.
What say Satan transforms to?
Yeah, that's gaslighting.
Yeah.
When you trick the people in believing, you know, that you're crazy. Like, nah, them guys, they're crazy for believing that the white man is the devil.
That is not that deep.
It's not that deep. And that's all in the past. And nobody needs reparations.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, go ahead, bring that
In
up.
the from the Etymon Online, it says, as a verb meaning to deliberately make a person believe that they are insane.
Read that again. Is that not what they try to make us? The Esau will gaslight the society into believing that we're crazy for simply calling them out on your shit. We're not fabricating stories, not fabricating lies. All we're doing is putting a mirror in your face and showing you who you are.
Wow. You're anti-sim. That's prime
That's
gaslight.
gaslighting.
It's prime gaslight because they make it about here it is. They're really behind the scenes, controlling the world, for some of the Job 9:24.
Yeah, man.
Because look at all the top companies, look at all the top corporations. It's all ran by predominantly Jews. And I say predominantly because then they'll say, oh, you say it's predominantly so-called Jays, man.
Like,
I'm not gonna say which race. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
like
Kanye,
Kanye.
Kanye pulled out that big ass list. Like,
That's the fact, but that's facts.
But Esau, the so-called white man, he will try to manipulate your mind. If you're not strong in what you believe, matter of fact, when you get Colossians 2:7, you gotta be
Esau's a real warlock.
you gotta be established and rooted in what you believe. If you don't believe, Esau will trick you and you'll go from believing you were Israelite to believing, you know what, them people over in the land of Israel, those are God's chosen people. I'm just a Gentile African nigga through here in America, and I need white Jesus to come back.
Yeah, that's what Christianity. That's what Christianity.
Christianity is a gaslight. All right, bring it out.
This is Ecclesiastes 14:7. It says, and if he doeth good, he doeth unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. That's just going in, because the brother was talking about how there's no good Edomites. You know what I'm saying? So you say you might have a Jake that may say, oh, that's a good one, man. That's a good devil right there. Nah, if he do something good, he ain't doing it on purpose. Right. Because his nature is to be evil.
Give him time.
So if he do it, he gonna change. Yeah.
That's why they're all philanthropists. And
Yeah, the scriptures say that which is crooked can it be made straight? And the answer is no. The Lord created Esau to be the wicked, and he's going to fulfill his job. And we're here to fulfill our purpose in understanding that he is the wicked. But if you're not rooted and established, as the scriptures say, you can be, man, Esau will have you believe he's, like you said, a child of the light, innocent. Because see, even with Esau, the so-called white man, he has a diverse, like the scripture said earlier, there's a diverse way to him. See, when you look at Ham, Ishmael, Elam, there's always been a kind of a standard of a strength that they carry. Like you see a Goliath, Ham, big, strong, masculine, warrior-like energy. But when you look at Esau, when you look at David Rockefeller and Evelyn Rothschild and these different elite, you don't look at them and be like, yo, this nigga, I know you do more push-ups than me, or I know he can lift more weights than me, or you don't look at them from the element of the fact that, they are probably the world's greatest killers.
yeah.
Probably nobody has killed more than the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I'm talking in the flesh.
Not directly.
Damn.
They probably killed billions.
Their strength
Yearly,
is in
goddamn.
their attack in their mind.
Yeah.
Right? When it comes to like physical ability, Esau don't really have that.
That's not what they was given. That's it.
Right. Like, that's not his blessing. Esau's blessing is in his cunningness and mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? He knows how to strategize.
Conniving.
He knows how to, like real conniving. Yeah, crafty. He's deceiving. That's where his strength lies. He can. He'll take a couple of sticks, right, and make a bow and arrow, and he's good with hunting, right? Even though you got our tribes that's good too, but that's just Esau's main strength.
He's an outside. The scriptures say, man of the field.
Yeah.
But like you said, like Esau's
Traps.
like you're right. Like, but
snares.
if you're not mindful of, if you, matter of fact, beyond being mindful, if the Lord didn't open your eyes to see and your ears to really hear it, you will get confounded. You like, think about all of us out here. You try to tell your family or people, hey man, really the white man's a devil. you just come straight out and tell them, like, hey, the white man's a devil. They'll look at you like you're crazy, and because in their mind they can't really see They don't see him as evil. They see him as a light.
Worship.
You can say something about
And they're emotionally immature.
I was gonna say, it's only one Edomite that's pretty much looked as demonized, that's Hitler, and that's how this one Hamite brought it out. He was like, man, out of all the devils that come out to kill millions and millions, only Hitler's been looked at that way. But they never look at Christopher Columbus.
What was the devil in Africa?
America over
Leopold.
Leopold. He killed like 30 million people.
Yeah, they don't mention those type of people.
Or you
Andrew Jackson.
look at Kissinger's. I'm sure you've seen Kissinger's death list recently. He doesn't look like,
Oh yeah.
you know, he killed anybody, really.
he himself, he killed hundreds of thousands. Or better yet, he
Millions.
was involved with millions,
he was
policies and so on and so forth.
Yeah. It's all in the name of business and
Yeah. But because he does it in a suit, and because he's not, you know,
Well, like I say, it's in their mind. That's
like
what it's
when you see an African warrior, you know, they got the little bandana and they got, you know, the striations and
Joseph Kony.
oh yeah, they got that. You have a visual of what you see when you see him.
Big,
But
strong
when you
black
see
guy.
an Edomite, you just see a suit and tie. It's like, oh, he couldn't hurt a fly.
Meanwhile, he ready to fucking.
He's responsible for millions of bodies, and he's a regular ass cracker. Yeah,
The Predator movie, where they had all those warriors, and then that one white dude,
yeah.
and he didn't seem dangerous, and then he poisoned that girl, and that goes into his cunningness. He wasn't strong with a gun or like with his hand.
Yeah.
He waited till you turned your back and he bit you.
Mr. Rabbit
Yeah.
from Utopia. You look at him, he look like a regular, like a goddamn dentist or some shit. Sell TVs. Whole time this nigga's diabolical.
Right.
Hey, John McCain. He flew the bombers, dropped bombs down on people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the military.
Man, we could name
Bushes.
A lot of niggas in jail.
I was just about to say.
He got bodies too.
Oh, yeah, dude. Joe Biden.
Ronald Reagan is responsible for crack.
Right.
Think about that.
Real.
He's a real trap king.
Right, man.
Strikes law, that's Bill Clinton.
Right. Dude, Bush,
Really, I mean, to be real with you,
Bush and the CIA.
Yeah, Bush.
The CIA. I mean, that's his brainchild, bro. Like,
But then you
Yeah.
read your history books in school, and you know they don't tell you the dark side. They only tell you the whitewashed version of history.
Right.
You know, so that's what we're going into, man.
that's what is that critical race theory, CRT?
Yeah,
They don't want to be taught certain things. You got that in what was that?
Brother had Colossians 2.
Whoever got the Colossians 2.
I got it too. I got it too. Where you want me to start at?
This Colossians 2 and 7. I think.
Colossians 2 and 7.
Be
Rooted
yeah.
and built up in him, established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving.
Yeah, again, you got to be rooted and established in Yahweh Shem Yahushai to really be able to stand the pressure. You know, you got that meme where it's a crowd of people, and you got the one, and it's like you're all wrong, and you're all wrong. That's how it be. It's like you individually standing in the front of millions of people
Telling everybody wrong.
and telling them, no, I don't care if you all are against me, I'm right and you're all wrong. Because in the world, everybody has this idea that the so-called white man is a good guy. He's the worst. He's the worst.
Hey, I don't know if you on Twitter, you seen that meme? They be like, hey, what opinion? They have you? They got the guy sitting like this, smiling with all the
Swords to his neck.
Yeah.
This.
That's us.
That's us. This what we stand on is what basically would have. That's we live in that space. We're always in the space of swords at our neck because everybody is anti what we are saying, because you've been propagated and lied to, and through your media and movies, you got this idea that like white people are just they can't hurt nothing. They're nice. They're harmless. You know, we're the ones. We're brass. We're loud. We're violent. And none.
We have displayed nothing of
It's
the
the
sort.
total opposite.
Total opposite.
Go ahead with it.
This is Psalms 94 and 16.
Yeah,
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
And what we're doing is standing up against the evildoers. This way, this is the way that the Lord, like I like to say, the Yahweh is a man of war, and He gave us the ultimate tactical aspect of fighting this devil. which is this, what you see right here. All right, this is the fight, exposing. We were talking about this last week when there's a video with Jake somewhere we're doing men's giving.
Yeah.
And they were all, there's a bunch of men, it was basically a bunch of men got together. You saw that video? You saw that video where a bunch of men that got together and they just was chilling out. And I was like, through the spirit, that's us. They got that. That's one aspect of how through the spirit, the men of the Lord, we're changing the world.
Right.
By just doing, people be like, what are y'all doing? How you by us just simply standing on a corner in any city in the world, in the country, and teaching and exposing this devil, we're changing the world.
And they ain't like that too. They got a lot of,
and you saw that, they were mad. They like, men's giving. The turkey dry anyway.
I don't see no vegetables.
Because there basically wasn't no women around.
Yeah.
So they basically like it's giving gay.
And they called him gay.
Yeah.
Like, shut up, man. And you know the funny thing about it is that they women probably made them those dishes.
Right, they probably made it so y'all gonna hang out.
Exactly.
But the internet, but the world hates.
The
world hates it when men get together and do something positive, man.
Specifically,
don't include
Israelite men, so-called black men.
But like the scriptures say, hey man, who shall stand? And Lord willing, we're those men that are standing, and we keep standing. Because somebody got to expose this devil, man. Somebody got to be that thorn in his side to always let him know, hey, no matter how you present yourself to the world, no matter how many titles you give yourself, libraries you build, you are the devil. Matter of fact, I give one scripture. Go ahead, you can read it, brother. Go to Isaiah 14 and 21, man.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Because it doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, your great grandfather might have been a big boy demon in America, and you might just be a pumpkin pie baking, croquet sewing ass devil, crocheting BLM sweaters and shit.
I was an educator and a school teacher. My dad's a construction worker.
Making BLM beanies and shit.
This is Isaiah 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
That's it.
Yeah.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
Yeah, so we're here to tell you about the iniquity of your fathers and the fact that you got to pay for what your fathers did.
That's right.
All right? That's right. And that cup gonna come, and we can't wait because, hey man, as you was reading in the Lamentations, the 4th chapter, our punishment is becoming, it's accomplished, man. All right, we only got a little bit more left to deal with, man. A little bit more of that cup to drink, and really that's the hour of temptation because, man, it ain't much more hell we can. I mean, come on, man, we've been through.
You get out of prison. Hey, we're starting to notice that even the other nations are starting to acknowledge we are.
That's right.
Say, hey, y'all ain't those people. They those people. Yeah, exactly. That's a part of that cup being taken off of us and being passed to who it's supposed to really belong to.
Yeah,
because them little
shame.
fat-nosed devils over there. Every step you small hat, fat-nosed devils. Everything that you do, every step you take, it's gonna show that you are the devil, man. That's right. Everything you do, you can't even help it. Like what we said, they just started back the war and caught 200 bodies.
Well, we always said that eventually Esau was gonna start showing his horns. And best believe the first MF to start showing their horns would be these small hat, fat-nosed devils over there in the land over there.
Them J's, man.
Yep.
You gotta,
Right, so with that, we're going to use edify, we're going to close the camp out, giving no praises on the glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Divine to the apostles of the great millstone, shalom to the elect, low one to the next camp, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, sir. Hey man, the last unity camp of the year.